Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppage. Today tasting some more crazy super fruited pastry sours. My favorite beer style. No, totally not. But Beer Germ sent a lot of them. And I don't know if they're trying to convince me or something and trying to get me into the style. But they sent me quite a few different ones from a few different breweries. King's being one of them and Oozlefinch as well. Oozlefinch is a new kind of brewery to me. I've tried 2 beers from them so far. One was actually a pastry sour that was pretty decent. I actually kind of enjoyed that one. The other one was another beer that's in the Christmas calendar. If it's aired or not, I'm not entirely sure if this will be posted before, so I'm not going to mention that beer. But that was nice. That was a more clean beer. But we're checking out 2 beers today from them, and we're checking out Don't Be Weird, a raspberry white chocolate truffle style sour ale with natural and artificial flavors and artificial color on 6.5% with Muppet characters on the label. And this one exploded out of the can, but that happens with these beers with so much fruit, and they look kind of disgusting in the glass, at least this one. And then we've got Funphetti, a strawberry cake style sour ale. So this is a sour ale with strawberry puree, cream cheese, vanilla, lactose, rainbow sprinkles with certified color F, D, and C, yellow number 5, and other natural and artificial flavors on 6%. Why? Like, oh my god, it's just like, it's craziness. I'm all about fun in beer, and I'm all about extreme beer, but sometimes I think it's just a little bit too silly. But I think we're going to start off with, what should we start off with? The one that, maybe we start off with the cheesecake one, because that's the lowest ABV, or the cheesecake, the strawberry, Funphetti strawberry cake thing. Love the label though. But yeah, let's start off with that one. So this one pours an orange color. Look at that head. It's just like this weird, thick, it almost looks like a brain. Like, it's just because it's pure puree, I guess. But it's very hazy, it's thick, it's rich, is what you expect from this style of beer. Check out the aroma. It smells like strawberry. It actually does smell a bit like shortcake or something like that. Like, lots of strawberry and lots of like sponge cake or something like that. It smells nothing like a sour ale. It smells more like a glass of liquid dessert. Like, it doesn't smell like a kettle sour. It doesn't smell like a Berliner Weisse or any like thing. But beer doesn't necessarily always have to taste exactly like beer. It's also about pushing boundaries, which is really fun. But this is just a style I've had a really hard time getting into, and so far it's not happened. But it doesn't smell bad. It smells like a cake that's blended in a glass. Strawberry kind of, strawberry sponge cake. Some vanilla vibes too. Let's try it, guys. Cheers, and thanks a ton to Beer Jam for the beer. Yeah. That is super weird. Let's see if it's got a lot of gunk to the bottom. No, it's not too bad. One of the big things, though, it's actually sour. That's nice. That's also one of my big critiques with a lot of these pastry sours is like they're just sweet. This is actually sour, but it tastes like, it tastes like a sour strawberry sponge cake. I don't know if I'm getting cream cheese and vanilla. It just reminds me of strawberry sponge cake, but it's super simple. Like, there's not anything else you're really picking up. It's just like straight strawberry sponge cake. Fairly creamy mouthfeel. And I think there's some vanilla too as well. But this is something I'd never buy myself. But I guess it's fun to try. But like, at least it's a little bit dry. I'm just trying to look at positives and things like I like about it, but I think it's definitely less atrocious than the crazy frosé that tastes like melted green apple candy from King's. But it's still just not my style, man. It isn't. Yeah. Let's try and move on to the next one here. So this is Don't Be Weird, and this is a series. As I said, this was, they do many different ones, but this was raspberry white chocolate truffle. That's what it's inspired by, and it's got natural and artificial flavors as well. 6.5% of this one just looked like that head. It just looks crazy. You can see when you move it in the glass, like it's just like pure, thick, like smoothie. It actually doesn't look appetizing at all. Like, but and the color is like a milky pinkish. It looks very similar actually to the strawberry banana smooge. Now let's check out the aroma on this one. Yeah, big hit of raspberry, loads of raspberry. I don't know about white chocolate. Maybe it's like jammy raspberry, just raspberry, jammy raspberry yogurt, really. Like straight, like yeah, straight raspberry yogurt. Yeah, it's again they're very simple. They're pretty much these styles. It's what it says on the can. There's no soft complexities or anything. It's like all about the ingredients, but often also like in some cases I guess high quality ingredients. But yeah, let's try this one. Cheers. Okay, it's also sour. It's not crazy sweet. It's less okay. It is. You can definitely feel it coating your palate. I don't know if it tastes like raspberry truffles to me. It just tastes like sour raspberry that's like really thick, like really chewy. It's like you mixed some Berliner Weisse into a raspberry smoothie. Yeah, like I'm not tasting anything resembling of chocolate. But you know, this one also gushed, so maybe this is re-fermented in the can. It's hard to say. Like these kind of beers, you know, you have to keep them cold. It says on the cans and whatnot as well, and like they can definitely like re-ferment in there because there's so much sugar. I guess there's also maybe some, you know, there's so much sugar that there's nothing, you know, like it will stress whatever's in there so much that nothing's gonna happen. But yeah, this one is a bit more sharp sour, but like it's just not at all appetizing to drink. I don't like looking at it. It just looks kind of disgusting, to be 100% honest. I still think I like the crazy pants I had from Oozlefinch more and the most. Just because that was a little more balanced, even though I don't want to talk about balance really too much in a beer like this, because they're all about being outrageous and crazy. But this one nails what it sets out to do, like tasting like strawberry cake. It's also maybe a bit thicker, or at least feels thicker. That I think that nails it a bit more, but like, man, these are not beers for me at all. Like, I have to be 100% honest with these videos, and like, I would never ever buy these beers. And I totally see why people enjoy them because they're, you know, crazy fruity, but like, I'd rather just have something that's just like a little less overdone, like just like maybe a regular kettle sour Berliner Weisse type thing with a nice balance of base beer and some fruit and whatnot. Like, I love these, you know, beers. I love sour ales and I love wild ales and just like different thing, like different beers with fruits that are in these kind of sour styles. I really enjoy them, but when they're taking to these extremes, I think it's just like a bit silly. Even though I love extreme beer too, like I love the crazy stouts and like also to some extent, like when they pour out like chocolate sauce, and like I think it's also a bit too much. And I think this is a case of being a little too much, but I'll say it's also not the worst I've had. Like I still, man, I'm dreading that King's. That was just like literally melted apple candy, like sour apple candy. That was not that great. But for these, yeah, what are we gonna give them? I think I like this one the most actually, because this one has like a really sharp, stinging sourness. I like that they're sour, but this one is a bit too much. But I think it's just because it's raspberries, and also this one has maybe a bit more body. And if we're talking style, I guess this is more attuned to style because here you taste some of the things they talk about, whereas this is just more pure raspberry. Let's say a straight 80 for Funphetti, maybe 82 or something, and a straight 80 for Don't Be Weird. I mean, they're not bad beers. And I think in terms of their styles, they'd probably rate higher. Like probably it's maybe early 90s, 92, 3, whatever, something like that, if you're really into it. But like for a person like me who's not into these kind of pastry sours, it's around that like 80, maybe 78-ish kind of territory. But it's fun to crack them and try them because they're crazy, silly beers. And it's fun I get the chance to try them because I would not try and buy these myself because I knew I'd be like, meh. But getting them in the mail, you know, it's fun to see what they're about. You know, you also have to explore beers that you're maybe not too comfortable drinking or you don't like too much, because who knows, maybe you'll like them and then you get to understand them better, especially if you're a beer geek. So yeah, that was fun. So if you guys had a chance to try Oozlefinch Funphetti strawberry cake style, or Don't Be Weird, it's raspberry white chocolate truffle style sour ales, let me know what you thought of them. Thanks to Sons of Beer Jam for the beers. And this has been a crazy ride, and we got plenty more to come. We got quite a lot of pastry sours to go through, or super fruited smoothie sours, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, as always, guys, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers in some strawberry cake beer and see you guys in another beer review.